It's harder to get rich than it's ever been. And it's also easier to get rich than it's ever been. The reason it's harder is because in the 1980s or 1990s, it was basic consumer capitalism. For you to get rich, you had to sell a product. You'd open a butcher's store, or you'd open a bakery, or you'd open a factory that sells teacups, and enough people would buy your product, and before you know it, you'd be rich. Very simple. But in the world we live in today, there are no mom-and-pop shops, there are no small businesses, because everything has become globalized and monopolized. It's extremely difficult for you to compete with Amazon. How are you going to open a little phone store and sell phone chargers for £20 each when somebody can buy them on Amazon for 99 cents? It makes it very difficult for you to have a small business. However, it is also easier to become rich than ever before, because now you can grow capital with basically no work. In the 1980s, at the same time where it was easy for you to open up lots of little stores and make money with consumer capitalism, if I said to you, here's $10 million, grow it, you'd have to really think outside the box of how you're going to do that. Nowadays, if I give you 10 million and say grow it, you know exactly what to do. Even without professional training, even with no research, you simply buy Bitcoin, you buy ETH, or you invest in the stock market, and you sit and wait for your money to go up. So it's easy to turn money into more money, but it is very difficult to get money in the first place. And that is why the game is truly unfair, because as a rich person, it is so ridiculously easy to make more and more money. But as a poor person, even you at home watching this, understand all you need is 3 or 4 million. If you had 3 or 4 million liquid, you wouldn't have to buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or an Aston Martin or a McLaren. You wouldn't do that. You'd invest it and you'd be rich for life. But how do you get the 3 or 4 million? If you can dedicate 1 year of your life inside of the real world to making and saving as much money as possible, you know exactly how to grow it. And that money will grow for the rest of human time. For the rest of your life, for you, for your children, for your bloodline. You can grow that money with basically zero work. You don't have to dedicate yourself to opening a whole string of factories or butchers or bakeries. You can simply take that money, park it, and profit from it. If you understand this, you understand why it's so important to make money now. Because this wealth gap, this is a true gap we're experiencing. This is the divide that's going to continue to grow. The people who have money to invest in all of the emerging opportunities and the people who don't. You at home right now, all of you understand Bitcoin's going to 1 million, but you can't afford to buy Bitcoin. So what can you do about it? You know Bitcoin's going to 1 million. You know you're going to have extra money, but you have no money. It's quite a frustrating place to be. So it is true that it is harder to become rich than ever before, because you can't simply open a small business and rely on consumer capitalism. But it is also true that if you find some money and you allocate it correctly, it is easier to become rich than ever before, because it's guaranteed to grow. And if you understand this, your number one incentive, the number one thing you should be trying to do right now, every single day as you wake up, is not waiting for New Year's Eve, not waiting for a New Year's resolution, not waiting for motivation, not waiting until you feel like it. You should wake up every single day and say, I need to get some money today, because I know that money is going to become more money tomorrow.